Hello everyone, and welcome to my Days of Our Lives official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Nowhere to Run, a frame up, Croker's MIA Days of Our Lives spoilers for Monday, February 19th indicate that Everett Lynch, Blake Barris, has nowhere to run to as he comes face to face with Jada Hunter, Elia Cantu. Constantine Meliunis, John Capellos, makes a mysterious call. Is he behind Xander's arrest? Sarah Horton, Lindsay Godfrey, and Tripp Johnson, Lucas Adams, are missing in action. Who'll take care of Paulina Price's, Jackie Harry, surgery? Nowhere to Run to baby Everett has eventually come face to face with Jada and she calls him out on his conduct. Stephanie Johnson, Abigail Klein, might have forgiven everything Everett did in the history since he was apparently in a coma, but Jada isn't likely to do the same. Bobby seems to be a fully different personality than Everett, and that's a point of contention. Everett may act as though he doesn't know Jada, but she's not going to let that cover. After all, this man turned into a jealous nut when she didn't have enough time for him. Teresa anxious, Leo crashes, Everett faces the history, Nicole resurfaces Days of Our Lives spoilers Friday, February 16th reveal an intolerant Teresa Donovan, Emily O'Brien. Leo Stark, Greg Rickhart, crashes Sloane Peterson's, Jessica Surfety, plans. Everett Lynch, Blake Barris, comes face to face with his history. Nicole Walker, Ariane Zucker, resurfaces. Days of Our Lives spoilers Teresa Donovan grows intolerant. Days of Our Lives spoilers reveal that ever since Teresa saw that engagement ring in Alex Kiriaki's jacket, she has been staying for him to propose. Still, Alex still hasn't popped the question, and it's Valentine's Day. What could Alex conceivably be staying on? Teresa didn't go to all this trouble to make Alex a rich man for him to back out. Teresa allowed. For sure that spending time with John Black, Drake Hodgson, and Marlena Evans, Deidre Hall, at their romantic fun and games would put Alex in the mood. Still, it seems that Alex has realized that he was moving a bit too presto. Teresa didn't make Alex believe he was the head of Titan to lose him. Teresa wants to marry Alex before he learns the verity. Days of Our Lives spoilers Leo Stark makes himself at home. Sloane knows that the only way she's going to keep Eric Brady, Greg Vaughn, is to accept that he's going to make the baby she stole a precedence. Also read DOL week ahead spoilers Heartbreak, Riddle, and Salem Stunners. Still, Sloane and Eric have decided to spend some family time with Jude. Still, Leo decides to drop by and make himself at home. Leo is determined to push Sloane into confessing. Will it work? How long will Leo keep this up? Wendy Shin, Victoria Grace, and Tripp Johnson, Lucas Adams, enjoy the scavenger quest while Everett gets ready to face the music. Stephanie Johnson, Abigail Klein, has made plans for Everett and herself to have regale with Rafe Hernandez, Galen Gehring, and Jada Hunter, Elia Cantu. Unfortunately, Stephanie doesn't know that Jada is Everett's ex-wife. DOL spoilers Nicole Walker is back. Nicole has been out of city with Holly Jonas, Ashley Puzimis, since she was moved to an installation in Italy. Still, Nicole is back and celebrating Valentine's Day with EJ DiMera, Dan Feuerriegel. Nicole is thankful for everything that EJ has done to help her son. Holly is doing better and EJ is responsible for that. Now EJ is determined to stop the medicines in Salem. Nicole also had issues with her passions for Eric. Nicole has indeed confessed to Marlena Evans, Deidre Hall, that she wished that her child had been Eric's. Will Nicole commit completely to EJ now that Holly is doing better? Does Nicole still want to be with Eric indeed though they're both wedded to other people? What happened to Days of Our Lives' Gabby Hernandez? Days of Our Lives' Gabby Hernandez is wasting down in Statesville captivity being hovered by Clyde Weston, but how did she end up there? Days of Our Lives spoilers, Gabby Hernandez DiMera and Stefan schemed too important for months. Gabby Hernandez, Camilla Banis, and Stefan DiMera, Brandon Barish, did everything they could to win controlling interest in DiMera Enterprises, and that meant besting all of his siblings, including Kristen DiMera, Stacey Hayduke, and EJ DiMera, Daniel Feuerriegel. They eventually had the perfect blackmail scheme when they made it look as if Kristen abused her son Rachel Black, Finley Rose Slater. What happened to Days of Our Lives' Gabby Hernandez? Kristen inked over her DiMera shares, egging Stefan and Gabby to trick EJ into subscribing over his. The only other person they demanded was Lee Shin Remington Hoffman, a man who was in love with and obsessed with Gabby. After Gabby got Lee to admit he'd tried to kill Stefan the time before, she had the perfect blackmail material. Still, Gabby had one further thing to say to Lee before she was willing to leave him alone for good. DOL spoilers, Lee Shin is due, Gabby Hernandez is right there. Gabby did adhere to Stefan's advice and went to see Lee one last time, and it really was the last time, as she set up him dead on the bottom with a cutter in his reverse. When Stefan arrived, he set up Gabby standing over Lee with the bloody cutter, but she claimed he was formerly dead when she got there. It soon turned out that Lee was still breathing, so Tripp Johnson, Lucas Adams, and Wendy Shin, Victoria Grace, rushed him to the sanitarium, but Tripp wasn't suitable to save him. Before Lee failed, he named Gabby as his killer, but Gabby still denied all wrongdoing. That didn't matter to EJ, the new court attorney. He could eventually get back at his family and his woman. So he transferred her to Statesville right down. She still hasn't had a trial, so it's hard to know if Gabby is being immorally detained or not. John attacks Kate and Lucas under Constantine's control. Days of Our Lives, DOL, spoilers offered an indication to Lucas Horton's, Brian Datillo, and Kate Brady's, Lauren Koslow, bushwhacker at the Brady pub. The person who was seen sneaking into the put had on a leather jacket, commodity veritably many people on set do. Still, it may be someone we know veritably well. Who do you suppose is behind the attack at the cantina? Days of Our Lives spoilers, who are the leather jacket men? Days of Our Lives spoilers reveal that Harris Michaels, Steve Burton, Steve Johnson, Stephen Nichols, and Brady Black, Eric Martsolf, frequently wear leather jackets, and that's nothing new. John Black, Drake Hodgson, wears one as well. Constantine Melianis, John Capellos, lately turned John into the pawn. Was John instructed to attack Kate and Lucas? Days of Our Lives spoilers, John attacks Kate and Lucas under Constantine's control. John doesn't flash back, indeed turning into the pawn that day. John only remembers what Constantine told him about being a killer. Is Constantine forcing John to attack the people of Salem for Clyde Weston, James Reed? Could Constantine be Clyde's outside mate in this medicine combination that's attacking Salem residers, including the youth? DOL spoilers, 3 attacks took place at once. Clyde's medicine dealers are being arrested left and right. Clyde cannot go to lose anyone differently who's chastising his medicines in Salem. It would make sense if someone was working with Clyde to attack these people other than his medicine dealers. Suckers also know that there's a man on the outside who gave orders that Clyde wasn't happy with. Could that man be Constantine? Constantine is the only bone who knows how to control John and turn him into the pawn. Still, Clyde swore he'd make everyone coming after him pay. Clyde wants Lucas gone, and the pawn would be the perfect way to get relief of him. The pawn isn't bothered by who he attacks, and he's trained to get the job done. Days of Our Lives spoilers, will Lucas Horton survive this attack? Lucas and Kate both feel to be okay after the shots are fired. Lucas and Kate indeed have a discussion subsequently, and Roman Brady, Josh Taylor, is shown in the spoiler prints with them. Still, he obviously doesn't finish the job, which could produce another problem for John when he tries to figure out the lost time if John is the one who attacks them. Will John eventually open up to Marlena Evans, Deidre Hall, about everything that has been going on since he first met Constantine? Marlena may be suitable to break through John's programming just as she has other people, and he has helped John in the history.